media covers your story will be built from the ground up. King, dominate. He's the one, the only, motherfucker Jason Lee.
Welcome back to an all-new episode of The Jason Lee Show. Now, my next guest isn't new to The Jason Lee Show. She was here last time pouring her ass off, and it went so viral, I don't even know what happened. But please welcome my girl, Suki with the fertile coochie. Okay, it's giving very relaxed, very earth goddess, very post-Easter.
Yeah.
What era are you in right now?
I am really in my soft girl, calm girl era right now.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What? So did the baby do it? Did all the money do it?
It's the baby.
It's the baby.
Yeah, the money, no, it's the baby because, I really had to change everything immediately when I found out I was pregnant. So all of this is right now for this baby.
But why did you have to change everything, and what does changing everything mean?
Changing everything is changing my habits. I can't drink no more. I can't party no more. I can't do, a lot of the stuff that I used to do. And I'm basically got to dedicate everything to this baby so that she's healthy.
Okay.
And it's a girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, well, first of all, congratulations on the pregnancy.
Thank you.
We're clapping for pregnancy. Yes, yeah. We're clapping for pregnancy. And congratulations on the growth. So most people choose not to reveal right away what they're having. And they wait till later, or, sometimes they do baby reveals, but they'll wait. Celebrities will wait to reveal it for the world. Why are you revealing it early?
I'm just very happy. Like I really am happy about this baby. And I didn't really want to keep it a secret. I already kept her a secret for a while, so I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna have a gender reveal so everybody can be involved, my family, was excited. Shit. It's been over a decade since I had a baby.
Right.
Yeah, so this is like I'm starting over again. And I'm used to being a mom. I love being a mom, but a pregnancy is a lot. You gotta adjust back to that.
Why I just found out that you were pregnant by Snoop.
How you know my baby daddy name?
Well, I thought it was Snoop Dogg, but it's not that Snoop.
You knew it was not Snoop Dogg. You knew that it was not Snoop Dogg.
Suki, I thought this interview was going all the way to hell when I saw you were pregnant by Snoop. I said, why did she go back to the D-O-double-G?
My baby daddy name is Snoop, but it's not Snoop Dogg.
Okay, no, that's just a
So you just think I get around
like
that?
No, that's just a scandal for the clip, because when the clip
goes, okay,
you got a baby by Snoop.
A lot of people did say they were asking Snoop. There's more than one Snoop out here, y'all.
Okay, so how does one find a Snoop?
I mean, I found mine in the hood. He found me in the hood too.
In the hood?
Yep.
Okay, but what is Suki doing in the hood?
I was at the club. I was at the Jamaican spot.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Jamaicans.
And so is he Jamaican?
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened? You slid up on him, he slid up on you.
He been chasing me for years.
Okay.
He been reaching out for years, DMing me for years. He ended up catching me at the club. He been wanting me since I've been with the last guy, even way back.
The Kill Bill.
Yeah, everybody I done dealt with.
I remember the whole Kill Bill era. We lived through that.
Yeah, we all made it through.
We did.
I see I made a lot of people happy in a way.
We barely made it through that one.
Yeah, we barely. It was a lot of jail and all. But either way, he wanted me all the way back then.
Okay.
And he was respectful because he said, he respected my relationship.
Which is good.
And everybody probably knew I was not going to just leave, So he just waited his time, and I ended up running into him, and I fell in love with him.
In the Jamaican spot?
After the spot.
After y'all had sex after the spot?
It was like after, a few dates.
Okay, but are you one that believes you have to go on a few dates before sex? Because you can't do a one night. Are you into one night? Would you have been in? Oh, you're pregnant now. Sorry, baby. Is a one night stand out of the question for Suki, or a first date hookup?
I'm gonna say this. I done probably did everything.
Okay.
Everything.
Okay.
And I don't look down on it because I believe in love at first sight. So I wouldn't say, oh, you gotta count this many amount of dates, but I do make men take me on a lot of dates
to show that the interest is real.
No, I be hungry.
Oh.
Yeah, with interest.
Got it.
you know, I like to get courted.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Because it was a time in my life where, you know, maybe I was a little scared to ask for what I felt like I deserved, you know? Maybe people weren't that welcome. But then when I found out what type of coochie I got, I'm like, oh, hell no. I want this. I want to go here. We're going to do all this, and we're going to have a good time.
Your skin looks really good today.
Yeah.
Is that pregnant skin, or are you doing something different? Or not that anything was bad
glow.
before, but it's really good.
Thank you. It's a pregnancy glow. You
Yeah.
know, I really do take care of my skin, though, you know, but it's a pregnancy glow that I got going on.
Okay, so you're in the Jamaican spot. Are you eating wings, or are you just dancing? Are you chilling? He slides up on you.
I'm in there choosing. You know, I'm just peeping the scene out with my homegirls, we drinking. And I just seen this little roster come up in the club, and I was like, oh, he fine. But, you know, I don't really do all that because we in the hood. I don't know you, you don't know me. But when I got home, I seen him DMing me for years. And he said he was going to make me some oxtail. Yeah.
Oh, so he knows how to cook.
No, not like that. His daddy do.
And so then you slide back, you start talking, and then you get pregnant. What happens in all between? Because pregnancy, you have 3 kids already. This is the 4th one. So the kids that you have that have gone without a new addition in 10 years, now a decade later, have to accept Snoop and the baby. That's a big deal.
It is a big deal. But at the end of the day, nobody's life is perfect, you know? Shit. At the end of the day gonna end. Mamas have to have a life too.
Right.
It's been a decade, you know? So now I finally found somebody that I love, and I respect him, love his children. He loved my children. He's there for me, and he paid my bills, which is something that really matters too.
But you got your own money. You don't
Yeah,
need him to
and-
pay your bills.
But I know I can pay probably a lot of people's bills in mine. But it's nice to have somebody that take care of me, even though I can take care of myself. Because now I can use my money for, you know, I can save my money.
Do your kids like him?
They love him.
Okay.
Yep. He just signed my son up for his first football tryouts. And that's where they are now.
Oh, so
Yeah.
he's a good stepdaddy.
Yep. And now he's a baby daddy. He climbed up that he did what he was supposed to do.
So stepdaddy to baby daddy.
To baby daddy.
To fiance.
Yep. Now, right now, we working on that. I thought the ring was gonna come first, but it doesn't always happen like that. And was I not supposed to keep my precious bundle of joy?
I think that women should have the right to do whatever they want to do, as long as you know you're going to be responsible. Because I'm tired of paying for people's kids. So if you got your own career, your money, you're lit, you're young, you're energetic, you're healthy, you are solid. You're gonna be good.
Yeah, and I love being a mom. But I was not prepared for the baby. I did not know that I was going to end up pregnant.
So you didn't plan on it?
No, we were planning in the future, but it just happened out of nowhere.
No, it didn't happen out of nowhere. It
did.
happened because Snoop's pull-out game wasn't working and y'all didn't use no protection.
I was on birth control.
Were you?
Yeah. Natural birth control.
Well, that thing was swimming then.
I took a plan B.
Really?
That is birth control, right?
And it didn't work.
Nope.
So that's a miracle, baby.
Yeah, and I swallowed too. That's natural. That's the natural way. But at the end of the day,
Suki.
the universe this is already written in stone.
Okay.
That I was going to pop up pregnant, and I'm happy about it, and it is what it is.
So is Snoop somebody that you see you could be married to?
Yeah.
What are the prerequisites for marriage if it involves Sukihana?
Prerequisite. What word?
What is what's the required to do in order to get married?
I would think marriage is really a big deal. So I feel like you got to show somebody a lot. You got to be consistent. You got to be respectful. I think it's more than love, and it's not just love. It's also business too. So I feel like, you know, if you're compatible, you love each other. God don't like no shacking up. You know, He gonna get tired of that. And God blesses married couples. That's what I was taught. You know, I didn't listen that much, but I'm trying to listen now.
Yeah. So when you get pregnant now when you're pregnant now by Snoop, does Kill Bill or any other exes are they creeping around? Because nobody wants to see their ex happy. You got your money on, your face is beat, you're pregnant, you got you happy, you got your post-Easter glow on. Are they popping up now?
I feel like everybody's being really respectful. I thought that, you know, people would, reach out and do this and that. But I think everybody's respectful because maybe those people really do have love for me. I'm in love. I'm happy. I'm fruitful. What else would I be doing? So they're not bothering me, and I don't bother them. I don't bother anybody, really. I get bothered, though, but not while I'm pregnant.
Right. So you're in your soft girl era.
Yep.
Your soft girl era is what?
It really is just me not paying attention to the negativity or me feeling pressured to keep up with anything. I'm doing what makes me happy. And that honestly is just being with my family, getting pregnant, fucking, cooking, feeding everybody, and just doing my little hobbies and stuff,
But are you still fucking this pregnant?
I'm trying. But it's hard now.
Right.
And the coochie is really good. It get better when somebody get pregnant.
I don't think you get to be Suki with the good coochie while you're pregnant.
You can. And I am, and I have.
But why can't you just put Suki with the good coochie on break? Like put
This
her.
coochie always gonna be good. I don't even know what that means. You saying put what
No,
on
but
break?
the name. Why can't the Suki? I introduced you as Suki with the fertile coochie.
Yeah, that's my name right now.
Right now, okay. And then when you're done,
Coochie girl.
right back at it.
Yep.
Okay, so you say you're in your soft girl era, but you out here promoting mace. Why do you need mace if you are in your soft girl era?
Cause I gotta protect myself.
But who are you macing?
Anybody. It go like that with me.
But did you really launch a mace line?
Yep. Yes, I did. A very successful one. Everybody, thank you so much for ordering your maces. Your maces are coming to you. I'm glad that y'all macing bitches up. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. Yeah, protect yourself out here. Why not? You see how fine I am? I got a baby. You run up on me, you get mace. You hurt my feelings, you get mace. Yeah.
If your feelings get hurt, you're macing people?
Yep, you a threat.
Okay, are there restrictions on macing? Like, would you mace a senior citizen?
Yep. Yeah. An old bitch can get it too.
Why?
Because these old hoes be judging people anyway. They like to do stuff too.
Could a pastor's wife get maced?
Yep, you sure can.
In the church?
Yep. See, I got respect for God. So I'm gonna wait till we get outside.
But I saw recently, there was a pastor here in LA, somebody ran up in the church and jumped on his wife in the church. That's why you need your mace right next to your little church candy. Mm-hmm. Pull it out and just spray him in the name of the Lord.
Yeah. Let me let you know, the mace that I got, you feel me? It's strictly for self-defense. And it's the Ancestor edition. You feel me?
What is the
Ancestors edition.
What does that mean?
My ancestors is going to get your ass.
When you spray it?
Yep. Back up.
You're on Baddies, of course. How are you a baddie and pregnant? You can't be a pregnant baddie. There's just no way you cannot. That Lemmy will have taken it to a whole nother level to have a pregnant baddie.
Yes. I just popped up pregnant, and I am taking time to myself, But yeah, baddies get pregnant. I did.
Actually, Scotty did.
Scotty got pregnant.
Scotty did get pregnant. Okay.
I'm sure others got pregnant.
We just didn't see it.
Yeah, they probably just didn't keep them babies. That's probably what it was. They probably like, now I'm getting my check, baby. I love making money. I just got back on TV. I took a break, got back on TV, made a significant amount with Zeus, and I love them. But I had to take time out from my baby because she ain't going nowhere. I don't care.
So Tommie pulled a BB gun on somebody on the show, and I think she I don't know if she shot. Yeah, she shot Rolly with the BB gun. You remember that? Mm-hmm. Do you want to? They said you want to spray Gretchen with the mace. Is that true?
What do those two questions got to do with each other?
Because I can't see you bringing mace into the Baddie show. But then after Tommie brought the gun in and shot Rolly with the BB gun, you could mace somebody on the show.
I don't feel like you can, but I don't know. I just look at myself differently. If we traveling, those girls don't have as much resources as me, and
cool,
I don't.
The baddies?
Yeah, they don't got as much resources as me. They don't. They move how they move. I move a different way. They in their Sprinter. I'm in my trucks. I'm with my people. You know, my family, my real family, because I care about myself. So everybody ain't playing. That's what people got to understand. Everybody ain't come to play. Some people just came to get their money and keep it moving, while everybody keying and getting drunk and hanging out. I don't do none of that. So I take things a little bit more farther when it comes to, you know, my body. And I tell everybody the same way that I came in is I'm leaving that same way. So in situations like this, I'm going to make sure that I got all my peoples with me and anything that I feel like I need to defend myself. So I tell everybody already, you know, when I first got there, I'm respectful to everybody, but I will shoot one of y'all hoes. Mm-hmm. You know, I say I'm serious about that because I know my laws, self-defense laws. You know, so respectfully, let's just have a good time, do the performances that let me want us to do, and that's it. But if you come to Atlanta and you want some weird stuff, that when I live here, you know, it might not end how you thought it was going to end. Y'all just put a camera in front of people and think that people just supposed to turn fake. No, I am who I am.
So has anybody tried to jump on you yet?
No.
Like in a real way?
Never. And I see these people. Never.
But when I see the girls on Baddies, they're literally going wild every frame. It's like as soon as the camera come on, boom! They've not tried you like that yet.
Never. Listen, I had a good experience, very vocal about how I feel. Certain situations, you know, I don't agree with. I'm very vocal. Nobody ain't gonna tell me how to defend myself or how to move in any situation because I move differently, you know? And I'm not saying I'm the biggest gangster, but I am street and I think and see a different way. So while y'all feel like y'all could probably just fight on each other and drink and go party and do that, I don't feel like that, you know? So every time I was around them, you know, I tell them how I feel. And nobody ain't never said nothing to me, ever.
So what about Gretchen? What is the beef between you two?
Okay, so the situation with her was, then we got us doing a tour. We're going to different cities and with prominently Black crowds of supporters. And she's known for saying, she goes in front of this crowd of Black women, Black men, and she's saying, and they're booing her. They're booing her everywhere we go.
Because she keeps saying it over and over?
Yes, won't stop saying it. I feel like maybe she feels like if she presses the issue that there's an acceptance that comes. Maybe she has looked in the comments and seen some ignorant comments of people that really don't care about who they are. But then you got me who I deeply care, you know? So I checked her about and told her that wasn't okay. You can't be doing that. You can't be saying that. I don't really like how she talked to me, so I had to whoop her ass. Yeah, yes. So that's how that went. Nobody is about to be next to me saying, I got Black sons. I birthed Black babies. I don't care who you think you is. It's not okay. And then there's people out here that say, well, I fuck Black. I got Black kids. That does not count.
Is Gretchen white or Black?
She's not Black. And the thing is, she do not claim to be Black for our privileges that you think are privileges, because a lot of these white Latinas weren't ever supportive of any Black protests. You don't see them there like that. So don't identify as Black when you buy all Black women, but you disrespecting us. That's not okay. You know, everybody's not okay with that. I'm not. So let's not keep saying disrespectful things. If the community is saying we don't like this, and to stop respectfully, if you fuck with us, like how you say, stop. It's rude.
So did you beat her up for our ancestors?
Yes, I did, and my ancestors helped me. And my baby did, because I found out I was pregnant.
While you were fighting her?
Yes. I ended up finding out I was pregnant. And you know, the reason that I didn't know is because even though that show is like long on TV, we shot that within 1 month. Yeah.
That's
So
a lot of conflict back to back.
Yeah, it is. Well, I'm just so thankful that, you know, I was protected in that situation. But I do see, looking back at it, I realized, like, you know, that really does affect me. I don't like that because I am Pan-African. I don't play like that. So certain stuff is not okay.
In the show, there's so many different people. To Suki, Krishan was there, Tommie, Rolly. I can go on and on and on. Which of the baddies is your favorite, and which of them do you hate the most?
My favorite baddie would be I mean, Tommie would be my favorite.
Really?
Yeah, because I like how she moved. You know, she kind of moves similar to me in my own eyes. She stayed out the way. She demands what she deserves, you know. Me and her be put up. Natalie too. Yeah. A lot of people be having mixed reviews on Natalie, but I like her. You know, I do like her. I feel like she really has a genuine heart. And I do want her to win.
I mean, the fact that she was able to build Baddies after being on Bad Girls Club and partner and create opportunity for everybody, I always give Natalie her props.
Yeah, she deserves it.
Yeah. What Baddie do you like the least?
I don't know. Like, I ain't gonna lie. It's not like I don't like them. It's I just don't take my time to be around them like that because I feel like a lot of people just turn into something else for the camera, you know, for opportunities, which I don't. So the ones that I fuck with, they know I fuck with them, but you're not getting no shout out though. You not, cause y'all, do you shout me out? No, nope.
Do you feel like they're all beneath you?
No, I wouldn't say that. I don't look at people like that.
Okay.
I do not look at people from the position that they're in and say, oh, you're beneath me or anything, because they might think that I'm beneath them if in their head, you know? I don't feel like that, though. I think everybody is on their own journey, and everybody goes at their own pace and wins at their own time. But that does not define who we are. So I don't feel like none of them is beneath me. I don't think some of them is real bitches. I can tell you that. But yeah, I would never say that, though.
So everybody knows Suki was in Cardi's video that went viral. And I remember when she was editing that video, she wanted to make sure that you were in it because she loves you, you love her. When you see the tour that she just went on, did you go catch it at all on the road?
I tried to go to the Atlanta show that just happened, but I was having pain in my stomach and I couldn't make it. But I really do want to get to see her perform. I can't do as much no more, but maybe I could catch her backstage or something like that. When
you look at the records that she's making and just the success that she's had from where she's come from, what do you think?
I'm really proud of her. Like, you know, it just shows you that you have the ability to win in life and chase your dreams and become successful no matter who's against you. And there's a time where everybody was against Cardi. A lot of people hated her. And those same people are her big supporters. So sometimes you got to go through a hard phase. But I really do love her. I respect how fruitful she is too, because I like to have babies. So, you know, I just love her being a mom and stuff.
Recently, I had Noriega here on the show and from Drink Champs, and Nori was talking about the interview he did with Takeoff and Quavo, and he said that he has the video. Did you see that?
The video of
what?
He
said he has the video of the answer to whether or not Offset was with Saweetie, but he'll never release it. You've gone on record saying that you demanded honesty regarding the rumors of sex work with Saweetie and that you wanted to help the icy girl. Do you think it's time for her to come clean and maybe she can do it on your podcast?
You talked to Cardi about this?
Of course.
How Cardi feel about you asking that question?
I will answer that question on your podcast.
You know, I don't know. I don't know if that happened. If that happened, you know, that's fucked up. That would have been fucked up. I ain't gonna lie, that's fucked up. So, but I don't know. I know you know.
Do you think that girls should respect the girl code? Like you're pregnant by Snoop, Snoop's baby. So say for instance, Snoop went to Neiman to buy you a bag and like Saweetie was there.
Okay, and what? And she tried to holler at my man. At the end of the day, I do believe in girl code, but everybody doesn't respect it, and that's okay. You know?
Is it?
It has to be okay because I can't say you can't talk to my man. I can't say that. You know, I can feel it, but I can't control what somebody else does.
You can't say to somebody, "Don't talk to my man." I
can say it, but I can't enforce what people do when I'm not there. But I will say that if you fuck mine, I'm gonna fuck yours, and not the one that you don't care about. I'm gonna get that trick that you've been keeping back there. Yeah, I'm gonna get that one. And I ain't no hater. You feel me? I don't talk down on people. I'm just showing what I got.
See, that's what you and Tommie have in common because Tommie was here on the show and that's what she did to Tamar with the white man in Atlanta. She did that. She went after her man. It was a whole thing.
I don't know. I didn't know that. You know, I love Tamar.
You love everybody because you're pregnant.
I loved her before pregnancy.
Did you?
Yeah, because she always showed me love and stuff. She's very nice to me.
Okay, so if you had to pick one friend, Tamar or Tommie, you have to pick one, Suki.
I had to pick one. Well, I got friends for different reasons, though.
Okay.
Well, I can't just have this one for this and this one for this.
Okay, so what would Tommie be the friend for? What would Tamar be the friend for?
Tommie would... I'm not answering this. My baby start kicking. She don't want me to say this. I didn't know that story about Tommie and Tamar, though.
You didn't? Oh, I got to see the clip.
No.
It was iconic. Okay, what did you think about Back to Cardi, the album? Did you like the album?
Yes. Oh, and we were both proud, but you were very proud. Remember you posted that? It was like a painting of the crown going on Cardi's head.
Uh-huh.
I was very proud of her. I was very proud. It was worth the wait.
Yeah.
Every song, really good.
Yeah. What did you think about Pretty and Petty?
That's the Be a song, right?
Yeah.
Pretty and I'm petty as fuck. I think it was I like the record. I ain't gonna lie. I think she did her thing. She did her thing.
So if I asked you to name 5 Bia songs, gun pointed to your head.
Oh my gosh.
Bow, you're dead.
It's like no. I'm just saying no because I don't want.
No, but I mean like.
But
that was like a killer line.
She ate with that.
She ate that.
She did her thing.
You missed the concert. I went to 4 shows. I went to both Atlanta shows. I wish I would have known you were.
Was right there.
I was right there. It's like that moment that it's the climax that we're waiting for. Mm-hmm. So now you and Cardi, speaking of Cardi, you both are gonna be a mom of 4 kids. Are you a tough mom? Are you a easy mom? Are you a go get your daddy mom? Or are you like here play the game mom? Like what kind of mom are you?
No, I'm not a go get your daddy, play the game mom. I'm definitely very hands-on and loving and nurturing, really nurturing. So I like to be right there for my children, for anything. They can tell me anything, I'll be there for them. I really do spoil them a lot. And they say I baby my kids, but you know, I just love being a mom.
Last time you were here, you had a lot to say about Martin Luther King. When your kids grow up and see what you said, how are you gonna clarify that?
I mean, they know I have a sense of humor, and I will tell them, you know, the things that I have said was not right. Because if they say something about, you know, somebody, it might hurt my feelings. Mm-hmm. So, you know, what did I say? I don't remember that. Oh, I thought we cut that out.
I left it in.
Yeah, you left. Oh,
did
see,
you
that's
want
what
that
my man should have did.
Did you want that?
Huh?
Did you want that cut out?
Well, I mean, I
really
don't care about getting canceled. Like, people that want stuff to get cut out, they care about being canceled. I don't. Yeah, so no, it is what it is. You know, I tell a little joke. You done told some jokes.
Yeah,
you done said some shit.
I mean, you said I'm in my sophomore. Can you tell? Because you gave me my part. You can tell I'm in my sophomore.
You're just. I do see the difference, and that's because you're in politics now.
No, that's not why.
It is why.
No, it's because listen. We both did Love and Hip Hop.
Yes.
You're in Baddies. It takes a lot of energy out of you to get into all of that.
Yes,
right?
It does. Would you go back to Love and Hip Hop?
Never.
Why?
Because I'm Jason Lee.
But what if they call you with a bag?
Well, I will say this. There's getting ready to be something with Love and Hip Hop that I think we're all going to come together for.
What?
I mean, I'm just...
What is it?
I'll tell you later. I can't tell you right
goodness.
now. Yeah. But like go back into a cast where I'm arguing with somebody. I don't argue with anybody. There's no arguing. I don't argue with nobody. What we gonna argue about?
Yeah, I don't know. Just exactly.
How do you handle like this era, like this energy, and then go into combat? When you go to reality TV, you know you're walking into the pit. You
do. It is a pit, and it's like a different vibe soon as you go into that setting. Mm-hmm. It's like immediately different. Mm-hmm. So you know, I just come. If it's Baddies, that's a different ball game. You feel me? I just come prepared. When I tell you prepared, I just be like, baby, just please don't bring that over here. Because when I say I'll air this whole thing out, I really meant that, and I really did it. Mm-hmm. Leave me alone. I'm the littlest one. I don't even know why people think I'm so big. They be thinking like I'm like 5'9" and big and stuff, but I'm really little. You know, I'm 5 foot, but my throat's 6'6". back up, get back, because everybody ain't playing.
But when you walk on the set of Baddies, or do you walk in prepared to fight everybody? I mean, mentally, you have to be.
Mentally, I just walk on a camera to give good TV, But mentally, I do just be ready to hurt a person real bad. And maybe that's not me doing it, because I'm not the strongest, I'm not the best fighter. But it's like, if you run up on me, you got to be prepared for what it comes with, right out front. You feel me? So that's how I'm going. That's how I'm coming.
So you're on Baddies, but would you go back to Love and Hip Hop? Did you enjoy that?
Well, yes. During the Suki and Kill Bill era, it was a lot, and I'm gonna say, I wasn't prepared at the time because I was like, oh my gosh, this is really hurting. Like, we're actually in a real relationship, and somehow every time we get on this camera, we're arguing about stuff that does not make sense. So after I watched it, I'm like, this is funny. This is TV gold. Like, I didn't even know how much pressure we was when back then, but when I look back at it, I'm like, bruh, they really had something lit on here, and I probably would go back, but my feelings were a little too fragile then. Right now, I'll probably give them a run for their money.
But what did Suki on Love and Hip Hop, like when you look back at that time, what do you think you've learned since then?
Okay. I learned that, I learned a lot about TV, I learned about producing my own stories and how, me being hands-on with my stories and showing how creative I am actually will work out better for me than somebody else producing something that isn't real, So, yeah, that. And also being transparent, because I used to feel like going into TV, I just need to be Suki and be funny. And the producers from Love and Hip Hop were like, no, we just need you to show another side of you. We need you to show, you as a mother, how you are in this situation. I'm like, hell nah. You think I'm about to show who I am so people can play with me and hurt my feelings? But as soon as I did, I got this big fan base of people that really love me.
Yeah.
And look at me.
Because they could see themselves in you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where they looked at me as a gimmick, because I'll just go and say some funny stuff and that'll be all you get from me.
Yeah.
But then I found all these people relate to like everything.
But why were you afraid to show them the real Suki?
Because I feel like I'm just exposing, myself to the world, like who I really am is I'm a sweet person. And it's like people can make fun of me, like, it could hurt. Like, I just felt like I probably didn't, with my children, they're mine. So I want to protect my babies, But after I show people, how I am, and, it's not always just Suki. Suki be in the kitchen cooking. Suki be at home. Suki has all the kids, like everybody's kids, People relate to it, and they love me.
So I remember early on Love and Hip Hop when they were like, yeah, if you want to bring somebody in the show one of your relationships, Jason, we'd love to see that. I said, nah, you brought Kill Bill on. Would you ever do a reality show with a man again, like, and show your relationship?
It's kind of like, I would have said hell no, but it depends on the guy, I guess.
Would you do a reality show with 6ix9ine?
No. No. I don't know.
You guys are both entertaining. He's entertaining.
Yes, he's entertaining and annoying.
He was supposed to come on my show, but he was in Africa. I think he had got lost at the time.
In Africa?
That's what he said.
He got lost in Africa.
That's what he said.
You believe that?
No. Do you believe anything 6ix9ine says?
Some stuff is...
What?
Besides
he's in jail. We can go and look on the internet.
He's in jail again?
No, he's out now.
Oh, he's back. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I actually kind of like him, even though we had like a bad run-in. And but I will say a lot of the stuff that he says when he calls people out is the truth. Like, I will say that, but I don't fuck that please, because I'm pregnant. I ain't got time.
When you're from Atlanta, when you saw Young Thug on trial and how he was able to beat the system, were you excited for him?
I was excited, and I just kind of always knew he was gonna come home. Mm-hmm. It just made sense. He's one of the greatest, you know. So I think the whole Atlanta was happy about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Atlanta's popping, and everybody out there's pregnant. Lotto's pregnant. Are you and Lotto friends?
I don't know Lotto like that, but I do support this pregnancy, you know. And Joseline.
Joseline who?
Joseline Hernandez is pregnant.
Right now?
Yes.
Oh, I don't check for her. I don't know.
Yeah, she's pregnant.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, are you going to go to her baby shower?
Yes, if I'm invited, yeah. Because actually, we were having a conversation about pregnancy, you know, and I was hiding my pregnancy from her. So she was like, Suki, you want kids? I'm like, yeah. She was like, I want kids too. And I was like,
did she say it just like that?
Yes.
It's calm like that.
Yes.
So she's in her soft girl era too.
Yeah, no, she really is.
Oh.
Yeah, she's really in her
I haven't
soft
seen her
girl.
since she got clean.
Clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What?
No, she said she came forward about her drug use and that now she's sober now, which is good. Congratulations for her.
Congratulations.
I'm happy for her.
Yeah, but you know, all these people out here be getting high. So
of course they do.
Yeah, so it takes a lot for a person to say, you know what, I want more for myself. I don't want this anymore, and I'm going to stand on business and become better for myself. So I am happy about that.
Which is why I respect Joseline from that.
Yeah.
So, but I respect her from a distance. Tommie has said it too, but then we saw another mugshot. Tommie, I want her to stay out of jail. Every time she just beat up, or not beat up, but she just went after one of her hair people the other day.
Yeah, she don't play.
Don't mess with the hair people, because then when your edges get pushed back and your hairline start here, you're gonna be upset.
Yeah, but some hairstylists really be pushing it. You know, they be having us fucked up.
What they do?
You know, playing with our hair. You know, a lot of people don't care about your natural hair, you know? So they'll make your natural hair fall out.
Really?
And burn you with the hot comb a couple times. Yeah. But when I was a hairstylist, I always respect my clients.
When were you a hairstylist?
I've been a hairstylist before I was famous. That was my career.
Do you still do hair now? Like, would you do your homegirl's hair?
I would, maybe, because I'd be too busy. But I can do a good, you know, lock. I can lock your hair up.
Okay.
Yeah. I can do a few things.
So how did you and Dr. Umar become friends?
Me and Dr. Umar became friends. Oh, after I made that song, Grinch. I had shouted him out in the record. I was like, I said something about tell Dr. Umar come get this cat in the Grinch. Yeah, that was my record. You know, I was just showing love.
Would you have gave him the Grinch? Or get this cat? Would you have gave it to him? Is that your type?
What I will say, you know, I respect him. You know, I respect all my black brothers, Pan-African brothers, you know. So, you know, that type of vibe, I respect it. I have a man, you feel me? He is watching this and he don't play.
Okay, sorry, Snoop.
Yes.
But you and Dr. Umar, though, y'all never dated or nothing like that?
No. We just been friends. You know, I support him. I go to his meetings and everything.
What kind of meetings?
Like, you know, when he comes to the community, he comes to different communities and he makes sure that he brings all the Pan-Africans out. They selling books, they selling waist beads, they're selling shea butter, and he's telling his message, you know, on how we could better the environment, you know. So yeah, I'm a big supporter.
Would you take Bobbi Althoff there?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, I would. She need to come around. She need to see how it is. Yeah, I would.
What do you think that she would get from that?
Well, Bobbi has a man now.
Is he black?
He's black.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I mean, she
Drake?
wants to have a baby. Is it Drake?
Yeah.
No.
Did you ever ask her if her and Drake hooked up?
Yeah. Of course, I'm gonna ask, and they haven't. But I'm just saying, it's nothing wrong if they did, because first of all, you know, me, if it was me, like, have some fun, check, see what you like. You feel me? I ain't never heard no bad reviews about Drake. You know, I know all the girls.
Oh, I didn't say anything bad about Drake. I just wondered if they had hooked up, because that people thought they had hooked up.
I don't know why. I didn't hear that.
You didn't hear that?
No, I didn't hear that.
Yes, everybody thought they hooked up. Suki ain't with the little snooky on the fucking internet, because obviously you missing it.
What they say, I don't know about that. But
Suki, this soft girl era got you melatonin down because there is no way you missed that.
well, I know that she did not give that cat up.
But did you miss that tea because the Instagram got suspended? Why are you off the Instagram?
They suspended me for what reason, I don't know. And I don't even be doing nothing. I actually had a time where I was, way more wilder than this.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm just chilling. I might post my little belly. I don't do no arguing with
So
nobody.
your Instagram just went down?
Yes, they just tripping right now. Instagram, yeah, I don't know. I understand. By Instagram, give me my Instagram back.
Are you working on getting it back?
Yeah.
Are you making progress?
Yeah, I guess.
I can help you get your Instagram
I know.
back.
I already knew that.
How'd you know?
Because I heard from the streets.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Did you?
Yes.
Swear.
I swear
What
that
the-
I know that you got connections with Meta and them.
Now, this is going to make Tommie real mad because I didn't help her get her Instagram page back.
Why?
I was mad at her.
Why?
She annoyed me.
What did she do?
Called me.
They cussed you out?
Just called.
Just called?
She just called. It was the wrong time.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so let's get into the podcast. How did you and Bobbi's whole podcast even come about? Because you're ratchet, she's weird. She's weird to me. Cute weird,
Just say quirky. You feel me? Quirky? This is a quirky.
Quirky, yes.
Okay. So how it happened was, me and Bobbi did that one interview that went super viral.
Super viral.
Yeah. And we've been friends ever since. And we actually been working on doing a show together. And we've been planning it for a while. And right at the time that we was pressing a button, I ended up pregnant. And we're like, bruh, we still got to do this. And, I was a little scared because I'm like, dang, can we still do a show? And I'm going to be sitting there big and pregnant. But we did it and made it happen, and it's growing. And then we got our own show. It's called That's BS, Bobbi and Suki.
And you just talk to each other. You don't have guests on.
We have guests sometimes.
I haven't been invited.
I promise you that I will bring you.
Where do you shoot? I need to pull up. In LA?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when she called you a musician, you really didn't know what that was?
I knew what it was, but that's not who I am.
You're an artist.
I'm everything. I
But
make magic.
Somebody can't call you everything.
Yeah, but that's why they don't need to be trying to put me in no box. They be trying to put me in this box that I don't fit in. I don't fit in that.
But a musician.
A magician. That's what I am.
Because you make magic happen.
Yup.
Okay, so who's your dream guest to have on the podcast?
My dream guest would be, of course, I would love to have you because I know I get to ask you all the crazy questions, and I'm really not going to hold back because you never held back with me. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep. So you, and you know what? I would like somebody funny like Finesse 2 Times. I really do like him.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
I would prefer you to interview the little boy he be fighting with.
King.
Yeah.
Dang. Nah.
What about Ray J?
What about Ray J? Just you wanted to Ben ask about him.
I didn't want to.
So would you try to like soften me up and then ask about this man?
Why am I being attacked? I'm just doing my job.
No, you wanted. So that's your question: is do we want to bring Ray J to our show?
Well, what question did you think I was going to ask?
I'm only going to answer one question. So that's the question that you got, right?
Wait, let me tell you the question. Okay, what question would you ask Ray J? I'll keep it clean for now. What question would you ask Ray J if he was on your show?
I really don't have. I don't have any questions for him. I don't have no questions.
None?
No. Nope. No. I don't got no questions.
Ray J is the only person I ever see that have you so like tight-lipped and have nothing to say. God.
I'm
Cat
just
got
saying.
your tongue?
No, it's because I probably already know the answer to everything. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys were close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know the answers to everything, in my opinion. Yeah.
So no questions need to be asked.
No.
Well, he did say Suki with the good coochie had the cleanest coochie. You know he said that.
Yeah.
That's a validation that matters.
Yeah, I seen it. I wasn't sure why he said it, but I know that he was genuinely speaking from a real place. So, you know, I do have clean Coochie.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of girls don't know how to wash their cat.
Why don't you create a Suki with a good Coochie kit?
You're
A
right.
Coochie kit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I did have like a Coochie drop that I did with Hustler, and it was everything in there. Fun stuff like that. Are you talking about maybe like a wash that ass kit?
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not opposed to that.
Okay. I just
Yeah.
want 10%. Because you could sell it at you could sell it at Magic City, you could sell it at all the strip clubs everywhere.
Yep.
Who put you in the wheelchair on your birthday?
Oh, that was Snoop. Yeah.
He did that.
Yep, he did that.
So is that when you knew, okay, if he can make me cripple for a weekend, he can give me a baby?
Yep, that was it. That's
it.
all I needed to know. Yep.
That was it.
Yep, and I couldn't walk. I could not walk. Yep. Well, I could walk, but you know, just a little pain in my butt.
In your butt.
I'm just saying.
So who's making So the last time you were here, you were drinking excessively and you poured a drink and I asked you if you had anything to do after this and it went super viral.
Yeah.
Did you go somewhere after our interview?
Yeah, I did. I went to Crustaceans.
And you were able to eat after all that alcohol?
Yes. You know, I could drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the liquor from you.
Right, but you're sipping one thing, but like drinking the whole bottle in the middle of an interview in the middle of the day was reckless.
It was reckless, and I do look back and see that I could really drink.
Yeah.
So, you know, did I drink like that, you know, after that much? Yep, I did. But you know what? God said he don't want me drinking no more. And I actually was feeling like, you know, I don't want to drink liquor anymore. I want to be able to interact with people and be social without having to drink. Because, you know, sometimes I'll just want to wake up and be like, give me a shot. That's not life. So I did pray, and God blessed me and said, you know what? You ain't going to be drinking no more, and I'm not.
How long have you been sober?
I've been, the pregnancy, you know, so right before the pregnancy, that's when I stopped, I guess, like.
And are you going right back on the bottle when you're done?
No, I might just keep it cute, a little French 75 here and now.
Okay.
You feel me? A little red wine, you know. We don't know. What you like to drink?
I don't drink anymore.
Okay, well,
I
we in
stopped
the
drinking
same
too.
boat.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like this interview is giving me therapy.
Yeah, we done. That's the old habits.
Yeah.
You know, life is different. And after I have this baby, I will be breastfeeding. So it's not like I'm going to be able to do all that extra stuff no more.
What do you think about women that breastfeed their kids until they're like 10? I mean, what's the cutoff age?
I know of women that do that, you know.
Really?
Yeah, I was just talking to Bobbi the other day. Coco, right? Coco.
Oh, yeah.
Her baby
Ice-T's
yes.
wife.
Yeah, her baby looked like she was about 7, 8, you know. I'm not breastfeeding no baby till 10, but, you know, I will around 1 or 2, you know, stop it right there.
Mm-hmm. When you say you turn up now that you're more strategic with the turn up, what does that mean?
Like, I said that?
Yeah.
What that even mean?
That's why I'm asking you.
Where did I say that at?
You said that you used to just turn up, but now that you're more strategic with it.
Well, in my opinion, you know, maybe just more sheltered, you know, because, you know, I only hang out with my group of friends and we keep it cute. I don't want everybody to see me. I don't want to be by everybody. If we're going out to have a good time, we'll keep it low key, you know, keep it safe and low key.
And so now you're only surrounding yourself with a team, like your team that prays. You only around people that are in prayer. How important is prayer in this soft girl era?
I think I'm not even gonna lie, it's very important. Every time I wake up, I pray. Before I do an interview, I pray. And before I go to sleep, I pray. Every time I eat, I pray.
Did you pray before this interview?
I definitely did.
What did you say?
I prayed for strength. I prayed that, you know, God would make me feel comfortable, you know, and we would do a great interview, you know. Because I had a panic attack right before.
Today?
Yes.
Why?
Just crying about stuff. Just pregnancy crying. Crying.
About what?
Because, you know why? I had on this Zimmerman dress that I love, and I had it for like 2 years. When I was getting on the elevator with a bunch of producers and stuff like that, my mom was next to me, and she was like, hey, do you feel this? Do you feel this tag right here? Do you feel this tag? And I felt the tag, but I just didn't want to say nothing. She's like, the tag. And I'm just like, okay, everybody, I have a tag on my dress. It's not because I want to return it. I had this dress for 2 years. It can't go back. Maybe I might want to resell it on Poshmark or something. You know, it's a dress that I really love, and I just found it in my closet that I had for a long time. So that made me cry because it's like everybody feels like maybe I'm trying to take my dress back, and I really love this dress. And it was after everybody gave me compliments on this dress. So, you know, it's just like, oh, your tag is still there. Do you want me to rip it off? No, I don't.
But you had the dress for 2 years and still have the tag on.
Yes.
But why not take it off? You can't return it.
Because you got to see when I'm just putting it on, I'm pregnant. I'm just putting on my clothes. I don't have time for all that.
2 years, the tag could have been taken off.
It could have. I really love this dress, and it's just been in my closet. But yeah, I felt sad at that moment, and then some of the people that I were with were laughing at me, and it just made me go into like a panic, like just a pregnancy panic thing, just crying. I cry about food. I cry about TV. I cry about how people look at me. Yeah, I do.
How they look at you.
Yep.
Like, how does one look at you and make you cry?
You know, maybe just something to do with the brows. Like, you know, maybe I feel like you judging me or something.
And you care?
I care at this moment.
Because you're pregnant?
Yeah.
Do you like this emotional, calm Suki? Is this where you want to stay? Because you could just go from having the baby and just go be like a preacher or something. I mean, you could like change your whole life.
I like it. I respect it. But being this sensitive is different, you know, because now, you know, I can't just do anything no more. I don't want to be around too many different people. I'm not mad that the Instagram is gone, you know, because I feel things differently now at a different level. But I love the people that are around me that understand what pregnancy emotions are. Snoop understands. My man, he understands. Mm-hmm. He's nice.
Are you still on OnlyFans?
No. I mean, I still have my OnlyFans account.
But you're not doing pregnancy content?
No, I'm not.
You could make, you know you could probably make $1 million if you go out there and do some.
Yeah, I know. I probably make millions with us, but no. Don't give me no ideas. Yeah, but no, not right now. No.
So you've come a long way. I remember video a long time ago, you on Instagram. I remember you on Instagram with your kids, and you were very vulnerable. And there were times that you showed your struggle to the world. Obviously, You're not there anymore. Mm-hmm. When you look back over the journey of coming through a lot of the struggles that you had, what are you the most proud of?
I'm proud of being a mom. That's my favorite part of my life. So I'm just proud of being a mom, you know? Like, I'm proud of that. Like, what else?
No, I'm asking you.
I'm proud of being a mother.
Yeah.
That's out of my career, my favorite part is being a mom.
Yeah.
That's like really all I care about, you know? The money could come and go, you know? But having family and, you know, raising kids is something I just truly love to do.
And you want 7?
Yeah, 7, 8, 9, 10. It just depends. As long as that nut work, you know? Yeah.
As long as the what?
Nut. Yeah.
Well, obviously, if it's working off of Plan B.
Yeah, they about to get sued.
You can't sue Plan B because you...
No.
Y'all did that. What other aspirations do you have besides you've done reality TV, you've done music, and you're still doing that? Like, what else do you want to do? I mean, you're selling mace.
Yeah, the mace is selling, but my true dream, honestly, is to be a comedian and do stand-up comedy. That's something that I really want to do.
Like, give me a joke.
It just doesn't work like that for me.
No?
No.
See, I don't think I could write jokes, but I think my jokes, because I'm naturally funny. I know we've never like hung out. I'm naturally funny, but all my jokes will get me canceled.
That's okay. Because guess what? You got to be, somebody has to be the sacrificial lamb to say, I'm going to tell these jokes and I don't care about being canceled. What about the real comedians like Bernie Mac, Martin Lawrence,
Dave Chappelle,
Richard Pryor. These are people who not just opened the door for everybody, but were the originators of comedy. I think the world has become too sensitive and said, okay, you can't make fun of, you can't talk about this. You can't talk about obesity. You can't make fun of gays. Like, what are you talking about? This shit is funny.
I agree.
Jokes should be jokes. And I feel like there needs to be somebody to say, you know what, fuck it.
But that's why I say cancel culture really is canceling culture, because art, music, comedy, that's the place where you're supposed to be able to have a good time.
Yes. And it's a lot of things aren't that funny anymore because everybody's so scared to say funny shit, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, do you think that's
No, I think that I'm a huge fan of Dave Chappelle. I actually saw Dave, the last time I saw him, I think we were in Washington, D.C. We were at Dionne Warwick's party. I don't know why I was at Dionne Warwick's. Hey, Dionne. And I ran into Dave and I told him, I said, I really love and appreciate how like you are allowing us to laugh at everything, yes, regardless if it's offensive. It's funny to me.
I love Dave Chappelle. He's one of my favorite comedians.
Have you met him?
No, I wish.
Never?
I love him. But I did. Oh, you know who else I love? Marlon Wayans.
He's funny.
I just seen him at the airport. He gave me a hug and kissed me on the top of my head.
Really?
He said, mind you, I love him. He's one of my favorite. But he said, which one of these niggas can hold they nut?
That's funny.
It's funny as hell.
Yeah.
And
I
told
you tell
him,
Snoop Dogg?
No, I said a few of them, you know.
See, that's funny.
Yeah, it's funny. Come on.
So you're naturally funny.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah.
Are there any jokes that are off limits?
No.
Like, if you had a boyfriend with a little dick, would you go and tell everybody?
Yep. Yeah, I would.
Would you say his name?
Yeah. It's funny. You got to live in your truth.
But nobody wants that truth out there.
Well, don't be trying to give it to me then. Yeah. Like, why are you bringing it to me? I should be able to talk about it. It's funny. Like, it's not, listen, it's not about the size. Okay? Mm-hmm. It's about
the motion in the ocean.
At times.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. So who cares? Yeah. I love guys with little dicks. I love y'all. I really do.
I think when people say it's the motion of the ocean, I think of like the Titanic.
Yeah.
That didn't work out for people. That motion killed a lot of people that night.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
So the Titanic was real. That was real?
Yeah. Are you asking me if the Titanic
so that
real?
Girl, because it can't be real. That girl left that man out there like that?
Suki, you're not asking if the Titanic is real. Yes, it's real. All those people really died.
So was the love story part real?
That's what they said. It's based on a real movie. I mean, a real story.
So them people lying. They lying. So, ain't no way.
Why?
They lying. They lying.
You wouldn't leave if you were out there in the water and you were about to drown, you wouldn't let your man float away?
That story is not true.
That's a real story.
Oh. Well, did they find that diamond that they threw in the ocean? They found it?
I think it's in the water.
Man. So that story is real. Titanic is real, and so is Christopher Columbus. Okay. It's just as real as that?
Well, that's not true. I mean, Christopher Columbus really did find America, but there were other people already here.
He did not? Okay. You say he found it?
Well, there's...
Because found and discovers two different things. Like, what did he do again?
He found people on it and then discovered it. They told a different story. You know, we don't really get the real in our books.
Oh,
okay, if you had to crack a joke about Kaya, what would it be?
Kaya?
Yeah.
If I had to crack a joke about Kaya, I love Kaya, by the way. She don't love us that much.
Right.
But it would probably be them titties. Them titties long. Kaya titties long. She know they long, you know. She got them long ass titties. But she's not nice, but she's nice in a way. You just gotta like her.
But why does she not like you?
I don't know if she doesn't like me, but she's not as mean to me as she is to the rest of the people.
Okay.
But maybe that's because I always give her flowers, even though she doesn't care for them, you know? And I feel like with Kaya, she deserves more credit and more love. But I think maybe the industry did her so bad that
she's angry.
She's angry. Yep. But I do love her though. I wish her the best.
Her song is a bop. I mean, My Neck and My Back. When that comes on, I
heard that record when I was like 8 years old, and I feel like it had a big impact on me and all the other female rappers out here.
My Neck and My Back had a big impact on me at 8 years old. It's crazy.
It did. I used to sing it, my neck, my back, eat my coochie and my crack.
You didn't sing that at 8 years old.
I was singing it. I was singing that song. It was a great song.
But that's not the impact. That's not the impact that we want people to have on our young girls.
She did it. She made the record. And, everybody says things happen, All them hoes was talking about that.
Who?
Kaya, Lil' Kim,
Foxy
Brown, and the rest of them,
Yeah. And they all turned out great.
Yep.
All right, so listen, what else besides the Mace? I know you're working on new music.
Yep, I'm working on my album right now. And I'm excited to put this new music out because it's not too much different than my last music, but I feel like, I'm being a little bit more vulnerable, and I'm just ready for people to listen to this because I know I'm gonna shock you guys again, and I can't wait to make people a little bit uncomfortable, but I know y'all gonna like it.
But how are you gonna make them uncomfortable in your soft girl era? I mean, you're giving very calm and courageous.
Some of the songs came out before I got pregnant,
Okay.
Like I wrote some of this music before the pregnancy. So yeah, it's gonna be half and half. Still coochie girl, still popping pussy, but let's get into some real tea. Let's get into some real things, Let me show you why I'm different than the rest of these girls out here.
Do you have a feature by JT on the album?
No.
No.
Oh, No. What?
I mean, she's making music.
Yeah, but that ain't my, no.
Who do you want to collaborate with? What?
It's just like, you was being messy because it's like, come on, never. But who I would like to collaborate with is some of the people that I do love. Everybody always asks me this question. It doesn't matter.
So
who gives a fuck?
Well, I mean, there are some people who collaborate where the collaborations matter. For example, I think, say Cardi, for example. Motorsport was a crazy record.
Yeah, it was.
If in New York, and this is what I loved about Cardi's whole tour, she's a girl's girl. She had all the girls. I saw Mariah the Scientist, I saw Missy, we saw Glorilla, Megan, we saw all the girls pop up.
Yeah.
If in Madison Square Garden, Nicki Minaj would have came out the ground to Motorsport, it would have been iconic for the culture, for women, for all. It didn't happen. So some collaborations could just be earth-shattering for the culture. I'm just wondering if you have any wish list artists that you'd want to do something with?
No, I don't. I mean, I fool with who fool with me like that, but it ain't that deep, you know. I like everybody, but I'm not pressed to just work with people,
right,
or anything, I love y'all, and a lot of y'all love me. We don't gotta collab or nothing. Hell no.
Is there anything over your life that you look back and go, that's the one thing I would change?
Would change. I would definitely learn more about the business when it comes to this industry and music. I would learn more about the business, and I would change not knowing and being vulnerable and being young and going into contracts and working with people that, sometimes prey on younger people, So I would just make sure I know more about everything, lawyers, anything like that, so I could protect myself, my mental and my money, because once you make a lot of money, you realize that you may have made it, it might not be yours. And there's a lot of people who want to take what you did, take what you worked for and stuff like that. So I would just make sure I know more about the business of things.
When you look at the love and hip hop money versus the Baddies money, what did you learn in that experience?
Baddies, everybody gets their different negotiations. Everybody negotiates their different pay, but I negotiated a great amount with Zeus. And I would say there is a difference. There was a difference because there was Suki just getting into the business, versus Suki that did TV, and Suki
has a name, it has a platform, it has a fan base.
So I would say there. I don't know, because I heard some girls like Amada make a large amount of money. You know. Well, what do you think? Did you make a large?
Oh no, I was a poor cast member. I made nothing.
I was kind of poor too.
Yeah. Well, you were making $6,000 an episode, right?
How do you even know that?
How you know how to rap? It's your job. It's my. You was making $6,000, then you went from $6,000 to $150,000. Who the hell?
150,000 what? You thought
a day?
What you 150,000 what?
At Zeus.
What was
that? Was it a day?
I mean.
Or an appearance, and every time you show up.
Probably every time I show up.
That's a big jump.
I mean, I make a lot, but I don't like to talk about money because then there's people that say, "Oh, she has money." I ain't got no money. But there was a time where maybe I only got paid $6K, and I really did appreciate it at that time. Mm-hmm. But I do believe I am worth more than that because I have a following. People like to watch me on TV, even old bitches, old people, young people, but really the old people.
Right. I got off a plane the other day, and this lady, she was probably 70. Mm-hmm. She was like, "Oh my God, can I get a picture? I'll be watching you." I said, "You don't watch me." She started running my interviews down to me. You just never know who's watching.
Yes, and a lot of people can relate to you, especially in their younger days,
Yeah?
Yeah, so, yeah. But I feel like as a woman and a Black woman, it is harder for us to get what we deserve, and sometimes we got to sit it out. We got to sit out until people say, "You know what? I'm going to pay you what you're asking for." And that sometimes will put you in a little depressed stage, but everybody's, whatever you feel like you deserve, stand on it and go get your money.
I think oftentimes people that aren't confident in who they are in their brand, they will take a quick little cash to get by. You have to stand your ground.
Yeah, you do, because you're only as big as your last negotiation, because they're going to find out. Just like how you found out what I used to get paid, I
only got $1,000 an episode when I started. 1,000. What could you do with 1,000?
When I first started.
Really?
You really can't do much.
You can't do nothing.
But, I guess they say
Is that why we all look broke in our first season? That's why we all look bad, because we didn't have no money.
We didn't have no money. I mean, if they reach out again and pay me what I deserve, I would do it.
Yeah. Oh, there's things I would do. I mean, I have a rate. I wouldn't go back into like, okay, go. No, I can't go into another reality. It would have to be my show that I control, because, there are some people when they turn on that camera, they'll be your friend right before the camera turns on. As soon as that camera turns on, you like, who is this?
Yes, and I when I got to Love and Hip Hop, I was young when I got on there, and a lot of people were older than me, and I had to witness that on camera for the first time. I'm like, who are these people?
Was that for season 1 though, right? Because by season 1, you kind of figured it out.
Yeah, by season 1, I kind of figured it out, but it's still different levels. And it's like, you could think that you're cool with somebody, like somebody could be your friend off camera. I love you. Oh, let's take a drink. I watch you online all the time. We should hang out. Let's go out to eat. And then when you get on camera with them, they are a different person.
Just flip.
What is that about?
Okay, I think for me, my first season, it was Nikki Baby. You were my girl, but when she showed up, when cameras turned on, she turned into Nikki Baby. I didn't understand that. It was like we was just hanging out yesterday.
Yeah.
It's very different. But I learned, even in doing the show, like how to show up and turn on and be me.
Do you trust telling people like that your secrets? Like,
huh?
Yeah, like people in...
Baby girl, first of all, there's not that many secrets in my world. Like if there's somebody the other day, I think it was Joe Budden when he was talking about some gay shit he thought he knew. There's no Christopher Columbus in my tea. You're not gonna find what I put it all out there because I don't want nobody to think, oh, I got you. Because I do this. I know I do this for a living. So I know.
You gotta make sure you. That's how I am too. I make sure it's no tea on me.
No.
Like, do you got some tea on me? Tell me.
I don't have any.
It's none because I just keep it real.
Yeah,
like,
I'm very isn't transparent. It freeing though?
Yes,
because like you don't have to you don't have to be afraid of somebody saying something.
Yeah, if you're out there and you do coke, just say that you do it because somebody's gonna call you out. If you're out there and you're scamming people, stealing money, just say you did it. Say who you are so nobody can use it to attack you.
Yeah. And if you're going to scam people, create scamming tutorials and make money out of really showing people how to really scam.
And then you have people that respect you, yeah.
Then get a crown and become the scam god.
Yeah, there we go.
Then drop a mixtape and be the scam king.
There we go.
I mean, just build a brand out of it. I mean, I'm not encouraging people to build a brand out of scamming. I'm just saying whatever you do, just be the best at it.
Yeah, be the best at it and live in your truth.
Well, I'm glad that you popped up. Well, popped.
Popped.
I
got 4 months left.
Okay, yeah, okay, good. Because I want you to pop on this couch and carpet.
I know.
But listen, while we have Suki here, we're not going to just talk and chit chat. We got to play some games.
Okay.
All right, you know we like to play games here at the Joseline Show. One of our games that everybody loves is Erase the Shade. And with Suki in the maternal coochie sitting here, we have to give her a chance to erase some of the shade that you put on the good internet, okay?
Okay.
All right, so the first one we got right here, you said, Jack Harlow getting mace next, you got me fucked up.
He is getting mace.
But why are you
Because why is you wearing that hat? Why are you sitting there being a culture appropriator? You don't just get to wake up and be black and sell some music.
But I thought Jack Harlow he's kind of black.
What make him black? His mama black? His daddy black? Is his daddy black?
His daddy's not black.
He ain't black. Stop all that. Yep, you're getting maced. I'm not erasing that. I said it, I'm gonna stand on it.
So you're macing Jack Harlow.
He's better stay away from me.
Okay. Do you got bare mace or is it like a little mace can?
I got all of them.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, so there's different levels of macing.
It's different levels.
Okay. This next one you said, I don't fuck at Zeus. I get paid to show up.
I do. I get paid to show up. I'm not. So I wasn't sure why Bobbi asked me that because it's like, now I date hood niggas. I get paid top dollar to show up and be who I am and be funny and be Sukihana. Now these other hoes that's out here fucking Lemmy or whatever they doing.
Allegedly.
Who? It's not no allegedly. It ain't no allegedly. But it's hoes that feel like they might be getting in position by giving up that coochie. And really, you don't even have to do that. Lemmy respects business. And let me tell you something. I don't respect no hoe that be lying on their cat.
Right.
If you gave up that cat, you gave up that cat. Live on that. Live in your truth. Whoever you is, live in your truth. Don't be lying about what you did with that coochie. I don't respect that.
But Lemmy is with Scotty, so there ain't no other girls giving up the coochie.
I don't know. Yeah, it probably is a few. But at the end of the day, when Bobbi asked me that question, you gonna wake up a dragon. You gonna get in. I don't care. So you gonna wake up a dragon asking who I'm fucking. Yeah, I get paid to show up, top dollar. Ain't never had no issues or nothing like that. So don't ever ask if I'm fucking somebody at Zeus. If I was, baby, a whole lot of this shit would be different.
Jesus. How Lemmy catch a stray. Okay.
And he also know that I'm pregnant. That made me a little emotional.
Yeah. Wait, Bobbi does?
Yeah.
This Bobbi Altoff?
No,
What
Bobbi Light.
How Bobbi is out of his damn mind.
In front of a crowd of people. And I was really overstimulated because it's like, I don't even think it's funny because I'm pregnant. But it's like, okay, some people might fuck at Zeus. It's just.
But that you never gave that with no. But that's not even like, that doesn't even register. I thought it was, the reason I was kind of blowing off because I thought it was your Bobbi being funny.
No.
Oh, this is Bobbi. Bobbi's a damn fool though. We love Bobbi.
Yeah, we do. But he know that he do know who is fucking Lemmy though.
Alleged.
No, it's not no allegedly.
Let's move
Why
on.
are we saying allegedly? That means that what? That means that it's not true?
We got a baby. He just had a baby.
No, listen, maybe before, okay, I guess allegedly, maybe nothing ain't happened while Scotty pregnant. Okay, cool, I get that. But, a few girls do be getting around. But at the end of the day, Lemmy respects business and he respects the women that he worked with because he never came at me like that. He paid me good.
He pays me great. Lemmy's a phenomenal partner.
I really love him.
Are you coming to our award show this year, June 5th? Are you gonna be? Because your babies might be a Leo, which is the best, like me. Yeah. Because then you'll have a me running around.
Yep. I mean, I might can come. I might.
But if you have a Cancer baby, that's cute. Cute. I love Cancers and I love Leos.
I love cancers are a lot, you know.
No, they're not. They're emotional.
Yeah, they're emotional in times where they're not even the victims like at all.
Right.
But sometimes some of them can make themselves a victim in a whole situation that does not have nothing to do with them. Sometimes
You're invited to the Impact Awards.
I'll be there. Well, we'll see.
If you can make it, it's gonna be it's gonna be phenomenal. You're gonna be super pregnant though.
Yeah, I'm gonna be super pregnant.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay. All right, this next thing. JT said, didn't Bill say you had bed bugs, Flint squirt, trying to use me because nothing you do holds weight, bum ass, unimportant too, fuck out of here. And then you said, I was finna roast the fuck out of Floptavia, aka Miss Shitty Girl, during her coke rant, but I'm gonna take it to the booth and show you I can really rap, bum ass, long titty, bed bug looking wench.
I mean, that was funny, like, because if you look at the end when I said, bum ass, long titty, bed butt looking ass wench.
Yeah.
You gotta say, no, you have to say wench like that.
Okay. Let me say it. Okay. I can really rap bum ass, long titty, bed bucket looking ass wench.
Yeah, wench.
Okay.
That's an old school read.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what you want?
Do you want to erase that?
No, I said what the fuck I said. That's how I made that song, Cocaine.
Who was the cocaine was on her?
The cocaine was about homegirl. Yeah.
The ranting.
It was just cause it's just cocaine, bitch. You on cocaine. You know, I just wanted to make a real record where we have fun that meant something. Mm-hmm. And that's why I added that Negro spiritual in the end. Because that's what I grew up singing.
What was the Negro spiritual?
The Negro spiritual is when I get in that studio and I get in my bag and I start singing. You know, you want me to say my notes? Like,
yes.
You ain't no city girl, you a shitty girl, and your man wanna come to the Coochie world.
Oh, that's the Negro spiritual.
Hey, that's when, bitch, don't play with me.
Got it.
Them ancestors gonna come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt Sojourner True right there.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm not taking that back.
So we'll leave that.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that.
Okay. All right, well, this last one, you said Zach and Cody mom was on that boat selling pussy.
She was selling that cat.
To who?
To the people that get on the cruise ships. I've been on a cruise, so I know how the cruises go down. At the end of the day, she ain't never had no job. Zach and Cody was out on a boat having fun all the time. She wasn't with them like that. She was on that boat selling that cat. That's what she was doing. Everybody know that. I love Zach and Cody.
Are you talking about Zach and Cody like the show?
Yes.
The white people show?
Yes, that used to be on Disney,
and
right?
You watched that?
I love the show. I love even
Zach
Steven
and
too.
Cody got like Ratchet fans?
Yeah, they do. Because, I mean, who
like,
didn't like Disney growing up? Like, what?
I didn't have Disney growing up. I don't know if Disney was around when I was growing up because I'm old.
Okay. Well, Zach and Cody, Eva Stevens, Lizzie McGuire.
You watched all of that?
Yes, That's So Raven. Like,
so did you want to be a Disney kid?
I did when I didn't know what it was, but yeah, I thought they were so cool. Yeah.
You would have whipped Hannah Montana's ass. They wouldn't have let you stay on Disney.
Yeah, and I love Hannah Montana too.
Really?
Yes, I loved her era when she was working with Juicy J too, but shout out to Hannah Montana. We got the best of both worlds.
I think Miley killed her though. Remember that was the whole thing? She killed her?
Oh, yeah, but I didn't care about none of that. I didn't even think. You used to watch that? Like,
no,
like
I just remember. I know the tea. Miley killed Hannah Montana. Yeah.
Okay.
I like both.
Yeah, I do like both.
Yeah.
She was outside.
Well, I like both Sukis too. I like Suki with the good coochie and Suki with the maternal coochie.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're welcome back anytime. Next time you come back, I'm getting you drunk.
Yeah, we're going to have a couple. Well, you have to drink too. You don't drink anymore.
Yeah, so. I'll drink water.
We'll see.
Because I am the vice mayor.
Yeah.
In the meantime, give it up for Suki.